they've absolutely been enjoying. The fast pace, the spawns for them make a lot of sense. And I don't mind a lot of aggressive submachine gun gameplay. It gets flashy out there.
Well, we'll get right into it. And you got to think this is going to be tough for Vitality. We've seen OpTic on this map. They have such strength when it comes to the slaying role, especially when the pace of the game picks up. Something that you think would certainly favor them. Vitality, a very tough test here. But I love seeing this map in the rotation, man. Just spicing things up, and then, like you said, we'll see how the meta changes. Then obviously with the recent Sledgehammer update, how that's going to affect it. But let's get it off. First best of 5 here, OpTic, Vitality. It's underway.
We're watching Scump off the break, no stun or anything being thrown from him quite yet. He does get tagged by that nade right away, but that cover of the box helps him cut down Xerox. One thing we typically see off the break, you know, the team that gets in and wins those first couple gunfights, they absolutely earn that time. And I know that sounds obvious, but Maven, a lot of it comes down to the fact that it's such a choke point, hard point. You have 4 doors to get on in. The team that gets the first couple kills, they spawn the players back out at their original spawn, and then you know, hey, we just need to watch these 2 doors. And as long as you do that, you get a lead like this, 27-0 already for OpTic.
Yeah, I heard Krim and the guys talking about it after the first week we saw the rotation. And the one thing I guess surprised me a little bit is they mentioned that this map would play in their favor because streaks aren't as effective, right? It comes down to raw gun skill. You would think a team like OpTic, they get streaks so frequently that would be something that would actually hurt them, but they want it gun on gun, man. They hate when they feel like the hard point swings because the streaks used against them. They want it to just be a 4-on-4 gunfight, and that's exactly what you get on this map.
Well, I think a lot of it comes down to the fact that you can just earn streaks so fast, especially with that 625-point fighter pilot. A couple kills, 1 juggle of a hard point, next thing you know, you have a guy who's, you know, negative the whole game, but gets a flurry of kills and is rewarded with streaks. This rotation, though, has been won by Vitality. Maul's the 2-piece you saw right there. He's inside the hard point already at 30 seconds in.
Yeah, and it was Whalers kind of inside that mid-building, making sure it wasn't an easy cross and transition for OpTic Gaming. As Whalers drop, you think things are going to open up, but still inside the hard points. Maul's and company doing a good job, but 2 kills come in from Karma as he's able to bust through. Still contested for now. That's a great job from Whalers right now, is making sure OpTic can't get any time.
That kill from Scump is what's going to swing the tide in OG's favor. So almost any hill on this map, Maven, has a lane that you need to watch for the players to cross to get to the hard point. For as long as you have that person on the cross, they can weaken the people pushing that side. Basically, all you need to do is just watch the choke point area. There you saw Maul's cut was kind of pinned in that corner, was watching Karma push that choke point. Here's another example of it right now. You see Formal and them trying to kill off Whalers, who's watching that cross towards the hill. Now with Whalers dead, you're going to begin to see the OpTic Gaming green arrows push up on the map. But until they can cut him down, it's very, very tough to cross these main streets.
Maul's doing a good job there finding 2. I mean, the last hardpoint early setup from Vitality, the break didn't really come for OpTic until under 20 seconds on it. It's another good hold here from Vitality. They push this lead now up to 20 points. The closest member from OpTic and Scump is going to end up dropping. And now they're spawning out topside, trying to flood across. This has been back-to-back, very strong holds and nice rotations from Vitality.
Yep, and they've been set up exactly the way they want to. At this point, you heard Merc say, a hot start can be all you need on this map. And well, it doesn't get much hotter than having all 4 players positive and the first 2 rotations won for your team.
Let's see if they can continue to stack on this lead. 5 seconds remaining. One person here that looks like they're going to challenge in Scump, but he's going to get dropped. And now we will rotate out. Next hard point up. And it looks to be a potential, unless Whalers can go big here. Okay, finally. OpTic's going to get the opening seconds at a hard point. First time in 3 minutes.
Yep, and now look at where, can we go to Scump really quickly? See where Scump is? He's watching that cross towards the hill. For as long as Scump stays alive, Vitality are going to have a hell of a tough time moving into this hard point. And it's because gunfights like that are just so easy. Yes, they kill Scump. Can OpTic now recover? Wow, Formal is frying.
Say the Formal, the guy that probably is going to pick up that position when Scump drops. Yeah, Mauls gets the better of him as well as he soars out.
Oh my goodness.
Even there, he's got his gun sticking out. You think Scump's got the drop on him, but still, Maul's able to make the play, but they haven't been able to break in here. We may see a lead change with the final couple of seconds. 20 or so seconds are going to go to OpTic, but they're bursting through. Whalers and Xerox able to find the kills. It'll be Krim hitting from the opposite side, and they'll find the final 10.
I think that's where a lot of it comes down to. Obviously, yes, we've seen Vitality rotate earlier to 3 of these 4 hills so far, but the one thing for me that makes all the difference is how they've played those street cross areas, making sure OpTic can't hold those power positions for too long on the retake. Again, risking shooting 2 players in the back there. Now they should have full peace of mind knowing, hey, everyone's going to be hitting towards this back alley area to get smokes. You saw the nade just barely miss Formal. Vitality still in the lead.
And this is one of those things. I mean, yes, is this a map that you think would suit OpTic's play style, especially when they're a favorite? Yeah, certainly. But it's been in the rotation so little. If Vitality's put in a little bit of extra time, they have a little bit of edge in positioning. This is somewhere you can find an upset. And that's a big part of the reason you're seeing it in this game one. Everyone trying to improve on it, but I mean, look at the difference when you talk about Formal being that third sub player at times. He's 6-12 right now, and on the other end, the guy leading the way right now with the submachine gun, Maul's 15-9. He's having a hell of a performance here. Formal's really got to turn it around. He's holding the guys back right now.
Yeah, and what's kind of funny is, even though Formal's not, a main SMG for the most part for OpTic in his history, even in the short time he's been running it consistently for OG, it's rare to see him have such a rough start to a game like this. Now over double negative, will he be able to turn it around? All things considered, even with this start, Maven, if I'm an OpTic fan, I'm happy my team's only down by 8, especially with, how badly I've been out-rotated in the first rotation.
And we'll see if maybe he opts to pull out. Talking about the Formal struggles, you saw the bar in his hand a good bit. We'll see if he opts to pull out a sub, maybe make this 4 subs, try and put the pressure on a little bit more, because things not going his way. And he's got the PPSH in hand now. Let's see if maybe that'll be a big difference in this one for him. Trying to push in, able to pick up a weak Xerox, but tagged from behind almost immediately. Still a minor lead here from Vitality. Certainly no team able to get any kind of added leverage or pull away in this one whatsoever, Jack.
Your only goal in this hill, make sure you only have to watch these 2 doors. OpTic now have that covered, and they're going to begin the rotation. Formal big gunfight here versus Whalers, gets caught sprinting, and I think that kind of sums up the map so far for Maven.
Yeah, no, absolutely has. Let's see what Karma can do on the other end of things. A one-on-one gunfight goes his way. And now they're going to try and 2-hit the top here. It's going to be Karma working the top, Scump with a teammate working through mid. They're collapsing right now. It's going to be Mauls by himself, just trying to get out there with his life. I think he actually does get to the back and find a kill before ultimately ends up dropping. Now it's going to be OpTic's hardpoint. They've got the spawns.
Yeah, and they know exactly where everyone's pushing on from. Will they recognize, though, that Xerox is trying to develop towards his back street? Can we switch to Xerox's perspective for a second? He's right behind one, but Grim right around the corner does win the gunfight, and that might be one of those things that saves the rotation for OG in this hard point. They're now in the lead, Maven, and they're still set up to lock down the rest of this time.
It was big. He loses that gunfight. I mean, he got the kill with the grenade, right? So that would have been 2 kills then to go Vitality's way, and they absolutely may have broken through. But like you said, instead, a good chunk of time here for OpTic Gaming, trying to open up their biggest lead of the game since really the opening hard point. Xerox comes waltzing on in, and he's going to be able to pick up Crim6. They've got control of the mid building, the control of the bottom spawns. You see one OpTic Gaming player trying to push their way in. That's going to be Formal, the lead man. You'll see Whalers back here with the bar set up.
And I think this is what a lot of people enjoy about Valkyrie hardpoint so far. Yes, it's aggressive, and a lot of times you'll see the team that rotates early get that advantage because they deserve it for rotating early. But it also just makes a lot of sense. Whalers knows what lane he has to watch, this outside lane. They know exactly where to expect the spawns to be coming from. Right now, OpTic pinching from every area. Crim6 stuck by Whalers, and he's the one that's going to play spoiler here onto the hard point. They don't recognize that he kind of used that hop-up area. Now it's 4 dead. OpTic know everyone's spawning out back right. You're going to see them fan out and watch these cuts. OpTic now beginning to pull away in the lead. You've got Scump on a streak. He's now positive at 20 and 19.
Yeah, this is a good chance to bury the game here. You'll be right about the 2:20 mark here if you get these final seconds. It won't be over, but certainly very, very scary for Vitality. Things continue to go the OpTic Gaming way. 2 more players going to try and collapse. Crim and Karma going to be trying to hold on to the final moments here. Finally, they'll bust in. Crim will be the last man. He'll lose that one-on-one. Big kills from Xerox that, I mean, I think it's a big difference there. You get those final 10 points versus close to a 220 for OpTic Gaming. Could prove crucial.
One thing I'm noticing, too, I believe it's 7 submachine guns being used to the 1 AR, which is the bar from Whalers. We know that the recent updates have come on out, changing up the sprint up time and, how fast you can pull out that submachine gun. It rewards quicker gameplay a little bit more. So it looks like teams have at least begun. We know this is a map you can get away with 4 subs, but even more now with how fast you can kind of come out of sprint and snap on someone.
You got to get a big hold here if you're Vitality. Nobody in the hard point right now from either team. They're trying to race in, but it's going to be a streak coming in. That Xerox calling it, able to pick up Formal. His woes continue as he's at 12 and 26 now. Contested inside the hard point until Vitality's able to win the gunfight.
I mean, this has to be one of Formal's worst maps so far in the Pro League, right?
It's got to be up there. I mean, he's had a couple duds, but this one could end up costing them right now because as Vitality gets this time, they are in no way out of it. Those 10 or so seconds that Xerox picked up could be crucial in being the difference in this one. If Vitality's able to bring it back, it's going to be very close to a tie game here as the final couple ticks go through. Trailing by 4 is Vitality. And here we go. Xerox did find the kill there, but Scump will be calling in the glide bomb. Picks up Maul's there, near mid as he was trying to get across. OpTic has the spawns for this, and they should be able to pick up some time, but Xerox still has the streaks to work with. Fighter pilot in, kills one, weakens another, and now the Flood's going to come in from Vitality.
These are the big gunfights right here. Xerox and Whalers win 2. OpTic wins 2 as well. Maul's trading efficiently for a squad. It's OpTic now coming off spawn, and Formal's by himself. He's now dead. The fighter pilot from Scump to try to just clear Vitality out of this hard point, and he'll do just that. Nobody can win off this hard point, Maven. So we will see one more rotation back towards the mid-vents.
And, you know, you don't see really any streaks used throughout it. This is one where you can find some kills. We see, what, 3 of the 4?
Oh, this is absolutely the most popular kill streak.
3 of the 4 have been used here to try and make plays. Scump does end up going big. They've just cracked over the 2:30 mark. Looking to get the remaining time here. They're only going to need 10 or so seconds once we're done with this.
Here's the thing. Vitality need to make sure they watch just those 2 doors. Again, remember, it's up to one player from OpTic. Might be Krim this time, trying to push that outside street. If Krim wins that gunfight, which he still hasn't won it yet, if he wins that gunfight, it opens up the fact that Vitality have to watch 3 doors. Look, they're trying to develop, and there it is. Now Vitality have to panic. Look at the OpTic arrows developing on the map. They're beginning to swarm around this hard point. There's the break. Perfectly done by OG. Now they just need to watch the 2 doors. That is it. GG's. It's not pretty, but they get the job done. OpTic Gaming up 1-0.
And Karma, he was stellar on Hot Mic and continues the dominance here. One hell of a game 1. He drops 30 plus. He had the 2 kills there at the end that are a big part of why they're able to crack in and get the break. You'll see it from his POV here. Karma going big, and OpTic getting the game 1.
I really do love how they approached that final hill, Maven. It was Vitality in first, yes, but Crim6 took matters into his own hands. He stayed alive in that 1v1, spotted the player watching the street, and once that happens, once he gets that gunfight victory, Vitality no longer have the setup they want. At that point, it is almost a guaranteed break because you're gonna get hit from 3 doors. You're gonna have your teammates coming off spawn, and as you saw right there, there was no time for Vitality to push back in because OpTic only needed 4 seconds.
Well, you mentioned kind of the panic on the minimap. You can watch it happen. As soon as that player dropped, you see all the yellow arrows just looking everywhere, trying to, because you have to pick up different lanes. You're not suddenly watching one doorway, right? You have multiple angles you have to cover. The break does come through for OpTic. So 1 on the board. We'll be heading to Search and Destroy next. I mean, obviously a series you heavily favored OpTic Gaming in to begin with.
Yes.
I don't know if it changes my mind a ton there from game 1. You know, Looney actually mentioned on Hot Mic, he had said, I believe it was Looney, had said, you know, OpTic Gaming, they can be slow learners at times. They've started to pick it up in the past couple months, so maybe that's part of it. It's a new map, and they're taking a little bit of time to learn it.
And I also think on a map like Valkyrie Hardpoint as well, it, 1, makes sense up to this point, and 2, because streaks aren't as impactful. If you can't have a team that has a really hot start get streaks and then use 1 fighter pilot, like on maybe St. Marie, for example, to wipe 4 players off the map and on a hill and just retake because of it. You don't have that ability nearly as much on a map like Valkyrie Hardpoint. So it's a little bit tougher to pull away. Teams know the setups they need. They know the certain areas to watch. And because of that, it stays a close map. It also helps when you have, obviously, even slaying between the teams. But as we move forward in this series, again, eyes will be on if Vitality can keep this one close, take a map. That one, I didn't expect it to be too much of a blowout. But from here on out, I worry about how much of a difference we'll see between these teams.
That's true. And, you know, Search and Destroy for OpTic mode, they've certainly been working to improve on. Vitality came in with that kind of being their bread and butter, at least if you look at the majors, and I don't think you could refer to anything as that for them, at least over the Pro League. They haven't found their way, and I think any of the 3 game modes that they've at least started to...
When you're last.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to word as nicely as I can, yeah.
You're a nice guy.
They haven't really found their way in any of them. I expected, honestly, when they came in, like, them to steal a lot of Search and Destroys and make series, you know, a little bit longer than you expected. They're going to have to do it on Arden. Because, I mean, I guess Dox is one with upset potential as well. That can get a little crazy at times.
No, it's going to have to happen with Arden Forest. We know Crim6 is going to play middle map for the side of OpTic Gaming. Can they eliminate him early on, relieve some of that pressure, open up a lane for their squad? We've seen OpTic before run a 2-sniper setup on this map, 1 over at A, Scump watching over B, Karma always going towards those mid cuts. What do Vitality do when you have so much knowledge? If I have that knowledge, then they sure as hell do as well. Let's get off to the break. It will be OpTic on defense first. Karma with that mountain class, and yet there you go, Scump with the sniper. Do they have anything to nade him or smoke him out?
You'll see a little bit of a different setup here from OpTic in the sense they have 3 in towards B. Krim will actually be the lone player playing over towards A, where we see at times Formal playing. They're starting to get aggressive up towards Bell here quickly.
And again, what I wonder is if this is them having the information and expectation of how Vitality likes to play this map. If they don't go to A a ton, You know, why send anyone towards middle map? Have 3-stack B, have someone from mid ruins watch your cross the middle. Crim already making a ton of moves in this mid-map side. Whalers will kill him, but now it's a 3-on-2 with bomb down inside this Bell area.
And as soon as Crim got that information, Karma started to get to a bigger position there mid-map, but now everybody's dropping, and suddenly it's all going to be on Scump. He did at least find an STG to work with, able to win that. Now going to be a one-on-one. Whalers up against Scump. You can see where bomb is down. Scump just passed through it there at back Bell.
Oh, and this is... They should both spot each other here.
Nice shots.
And that's smart from Scump. He got that STG, and he knew he needed to challenge that player before it became a 2v1. His teammate had just dropped outside cabin. Instead of giving them a chance to get together and make a trade possible, Scump had to win the first 1v1, and then he took the second there.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's like the scary scenario sometimes when you're the sniper, right? You're last guy alive, you only have the snipe in hand, but thankfully, an STG at his
Thankfully,
feet.
Formal just dropped the weapon for him. How nice.
Made that far more winnable. So nice start there from Scump and around on the board for OpTic. Now they're going to be headed onto things for offense. And we'll have to see what Vitality can do to try and slow down what looks to be a blunt force hitting in through Bell here towards B.
And this is a 3 AR setup. They want to wipe these guys from range. You got Formal with the armored primed class ready to kind of sprint through whatever stuns are thrown. First blood for Whalers. He's still in this power position. The trade, though, favors OpTic Gaming. But that happens. Again, Crim6 plays middle map for OG. Does get shot to the side, and now it's Formal by himself. He's quickly dead. Beautiful job from Vitality.
Well, Whalers got that first pick from top. And then instead of, trying to hit it and get the top grounds, a little bit delayed there from Karma, and they got a second player, I think Xerox, who followed right up, got the top ruins. So you kind of always had that power position controlled by the side of Vitality. And trade by trade, they're able to get the edge there.
I thought for a second you were about to see OpTic take control of the top ruins area, but before they could, there's another trade inside the favor of Vitality. The player who was middle map had already rotated over, and then at the same time, risking got 2 kills on that A flank.
All right, let's see what Vitality does on offense. Looks to be a B hit. Similar setup from OpTic Gaming. Crim checks mid, then he's going to be watching over kind of mid in the A site. They're going to stack 3 towards B yet again. And we've seen this happening more and more with teams over the past couple of weeks, right? That sort of 2-1-1 setup has gone more to kind of a 3-1.
Yep. We're still seeing it right now. First blood for Formal. This time he's been running the armored scoped AR at the top of ruins, and with Scump watching over, it's quite the deadly duo. Formal now naded on out, 3 versus 3, but Scump gets that pick to give them a 3v2.
He's got a grenade right onto Whalers. Connects, noses in the back. He wants to push forward, but Xerox there as well. He's going to have to back down for a moment, but once again, gets an STG from his buddy Formal.
Yeah. Formal right now is the person giving Scump overkill, essentially.
Dropping him weapons. Can't win that one-on-one, though. It's just going to be Xerox. He's so tagged. Karma then able to finish it, and another offensive round here to OpTic.
First bloods are important, Maven.
Oh, sorry. First offensive round. They won their defense.
All right, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for a long day at Call of Duty.
Well, thankfully, we won't be casting every game like last week when we were out.
That's right.
But at the same time, there's a downside. Rich is here.
That's true. That's true.
At this point, I'd rather someone be sick. And
That's its own type of pain.
Oh, yeah. It's unique. It's a unique pain. Heading into round 4, OpTic in the lead. Watch how fast one of the players from A or middle rotates for Vitality to try to help with this B push.
There's the first pick. They're trying to rotate over, but Riskin has been spotted.
Oh, he mantled.
And Karma able to win it. Karma was pretty tagged up, too. But like you said, the mantle ends up costing Vitality there. 1 player left, and you can see the difference in setups there. It's kind of a 2-1-1 from Vitality. They don't have 3 stacked around ruins, and you can see how much harder it is to deal with.
Well, also, it's a perfect kind of blind counter. They don't have the 3 stack in ruins, as you mentioned, yes, but even more, OpTic said no one middle. So instead of it being a 3-on-3 towards the ruin side, it's a 4v2. And you got your players with the submachine guns in towards mid ruins, which obviously gives them access to push towards back ruins and free kills on the ARs trying to watch over the B site.
Vitality trailing by a couple of rounds, and in the series, let's see what they do this time.
Okay.
It's going to be an A hit this time.
What gun is Crim using?
Oh, of course.
Is it an AR?
Of course, the one time that OpTic doesn't go 3. They don't go 3. I mean, you look at the last defensive round, Crim was by himself mid, no one was at A. Now you at least have Crim set up at wood. You have a Scump set up at mid who can rotate very quickly. Maybe another blind counter to Vitality here.
Scump already in the site. Uses his first clip, no kill, and there's the entries now, and Vitality already have made it a 4 versus 1.
Well, it didn't matter that they had a little bit more, at least, positioning towards A. Vitality behind the smokes are able to flood on through, and you saw from Scump's POV, no chance there. The smokes cut off the angles. He gets pressured in from both sides, I believe. But Formal now, he's on a 4 streak, so he's got to consider playing for streaks right now. And I think Maul's at the last second peeked up and saw him push through.
Oh, nice.
Not going to matter.
Nice angle. It's so funny. A well-placed smoke or something to cut off that AR at cabin. It makes that site go from impossible to take to very reasonable. Even if they do trade the kill and make it a 3v3. Getting the site and the ability to plant is all you need.
And I think one of the community questions on Hot Mic for Looney was, you know, what are some of the ways for a top team to improve right now? You know, you're sitting at number 1. You guys have been playing so well. And I think the first thing he went to was smokes. He's like, smoke placements in search or like any mode, really, man. That's the thing that he thinks it sounded like was going to evolve the most, where you're really going to see a skill gap there and teams get the edge.
Vitality bring this game back within 1 round. Riskin gets double challenged in middle and nearly a team kill there. At that mid-fire tank, I think OpTic had 3 players stacked. Crim, beautiful peek on the Riskin. Here comes their chance now for an entry from OpTic Gaming.
No, Crim got spotted at the wall. Did he see Malls?
I think they just saw each other right there.
Whaler's trying to help through mid, but not able to help before Crim6 gets into position. Can't finish Scump on the cross as well. 2 versus 2 now. Xerox has gotten into sight. Both players now stacked in sight. They know they have Scump at back rock. They know they have to push it out. They're able to do that. It's going to be all on Formal now. He had a 1v4 attempt last round. Now a wall bang to turn this into a 1v1. 40 seconds on the clock. You can see Bomb down there at the wood wall.
He just perfectly snapped on that guy. 30 seconds left. Xerox staying extremely active. Oh my, that timing.
Just watch the minimap, see where that number 3 goes. Oh, okay, wow. I think timing kind of worked out for both players a bit there. You thought Formal got caught, but then Xerox backs up as soon as he might have gotten an angle onto him. Oh, now he's going to go. Formal's been spotted. This should be Xerox round. He crouches, I think, on accident there, so he can't finish the shots. Now Formal challenges, but not able to win the gunfight. Round 2 Vitality. I mean, he shouldn't even have had a chance in that, honestly.
Here's what I think might help a little bit, too, in this fight. Xerox running armored primed on that class. Continues to able to, you know, he's able to keep those shots down range, a little bit less recoil in that fight as well.
Vitality staying alive here. Formal picked it up big time. He had a abysmal game 1. Leading the way here at 6-5 for his team.
And look at this, Xerox, he should get this bomb.
He needs all the kills. I mean, Maul still hasn't found his first.
Okay.
He's about to hit double digits.
I thought they were going to give him the bomb if he plants that, you know, earns 2 streaks, but no. This is the same B setup from Vitality last time. A late execute, the smoke thrown by Whalers. They 3-stack a sprint towards that first hard point. OpTic should know exactly what's coming at them right now, and they're going to send a quick flank from Scump. Instead of him going middle this time, he's going to help try to hold this push from the back cabin area.
Yeah, that way he can help Formal at the back rock, and that's a free kill for Crim6.
And this right here is what you love to see. Up to that point, this one here is what you love to see, though, if you're an OpTic Gaming fan. The right adjustments were made until Malls did that and make it a 2v2.
Yeah, Malls finds his first 2 kills there, but those could be big, and them taking control of this round. Scump has been tagged up. Xerox needs his kill for multiple reasons. 1 for the streaks, 2 to win it, but Scump wins that one-on-one fight at mid. And that's a painful one.
And what were the adjustments made? You see the person at the cabin cover immediately fall back to back rock to stay alive. You see the person middle map in Crim6 making sure he can just watch that smoke cross, waiting for someone to push in a cabin. No one does. The smoke goes away. He kills the player for free. Karma pushed right out of mid ruins and was already at fire tank. He got caught with an awkward timing. And Scump, instead of going middle and just dying, he goes to help at that back cabin. That right there are great adjustments by OpTic mid-game of in Search and Destroy.
Talk to TJ Haley about Search and just what separates top players. And he's like, it's not even like setups exactly. It's just the adjustments you make mid-game and in the middle of a round even in like a 2v2 scenario. And there you saw OpTic doing a good job adjusting.
And this time again, an adjustment made by another team. Vitality realized they were not getting mid-ruins control. This time Whaler sprints right through it, snaps onto 2. Quick 1v1, there's the trade. I'm loving this Search and Destroy right now, Maven.
It's been great.
For how both of these teams continue to adapt to what the opponents have thrown at them. You're literally seeing these teams make the adjustment based off of what every single round that they've encountered. That time, Vitality, the earlier rounds, realized where they were getting collapsed on and destroyed was that they were having no one get mid-ruins control. Whalers goes, or I think it was Whalers, goes through the smoke and the stun. And why would OpTic expect that? That's a crazy play.
Well, I mean, getting one kill there would have been enough, but the fact he picked the player's head off the top ruins as well, that certainly adds on to it. All tied up at 4-4. Karma wants to stun over Bell. Scump, 2 nades catch him. That's one way to make sure somebody can't get to that power position at top ruins. Karma's going to have to be a hero here. Gets the first. There's one more inside of Bell that he's dancing around with right now. Mauls is trying to locate him. Mauls hasn't been able to spot him yet. It's going to be Karma by himself.
Oh, my goodness.
He knows one more is here. Finally, the shot's coming from behind him. Mauls whiffs a clip there with the machine pistol. Suddenly it's a one-on-one. Riskin, though, gets it done.
Vive la France right there with how close that was.
I think he was a little bit more focused on his strafe than he was hitting the shots.
I don't know what I just said. Really, I'm losing it. But either way, yeah, no, Riskin gets there in time to get the kill. Karma, how long were they dancing for?
Oh, yeah.
And then after all that, it was like, you thought he had it. Finally, he gets a drop and just whiffs every other bullet. 5-4 Vitality. 1 round away from tying the series 1-1.
And Maul's a big part of the turnaround. Remember, he was 0-4. He's now found 4 kills in the past couple of rounds. Huge reason they've now taken the edge in this game. Saw Whalers trying to push up towards the top rock, but Scump goes man mode and handles mid-map.
Round 11.
And unless Xerox can do the impossible, we're seeing around 11.
Don't know who's going to be on offense or defense, but we've talked so much about how much these players have adapted and made adjustments as the game has gone on. Who can use all the info they've learned to their advantage in this final round?
It's like I almost want, say if it's Vitality offense, I almost want to see an A hit again. Like the one time they steamrolled him. The other time, even when OpTic adapted, it still came down to like a one-on-one.
I think if they're going to do it, they need to do it fast instead of slow. But nope. Okay, they're on offense. I think if you do the A hit, you go fast. But no, they're going for B. They got the first one with the nade last time. I think they're going to try it again here. But this, I don't think, if you're Scump, I don't think you even go up there. Look at all the nades. Yep. I think that's the best play you can have right there.
Well, last time he caught 2. That's one way to adapt. Nice job. Weak player there. Karma's able to finish him up.
But look at the pinch happening already. They don't have anyone at the back rock. Krim already behind him. Gets the kill on the Mauls. There's the second. And GG. 4 versus 1. Xerox by himself. He swarmed. A flawless round 11 from OG to put them up 2-0.
Yeah, I was trying to hear Krim because he was yelling. He's like, this round something. Well, whatever the play call was, I don't know if it was him to hit that flank very quickly or what the actual call was, maybe telling Scump not to push up the top rock right away, but whatever the call, it worked really well.
The first round of the game on defense for OpTic, Krim did that long flank and they were ready for it. 10 rounds later, Krim does that long flank, they're not ready for it. That's the opening they needed. And OpTic Gaming win the round end game because of it.
This is one that looked like it could be a sweep on paper. OpTic looking to get it done. Up 2-0 after 2 tight games. CTF, it's London Docks. It's coming up next. Vitality desperately need a win. We'll be right back after this quick break. We're back. OpTic Gaming up 2-0. Looking to close out the series here on London Docks CTF. Honestly, they've been pushed to the rope in the first two games. A +10 slang advantage for Vitality in game one. They lose a pretty close game. They push OpTic all the way to round 11. Well, I wouldn't say round 11 was close, but the game itself was. It's been pretty impressive out of Vitality, but just not enough against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, you see it there on the scoreboard. 24 seconds in the hard point and 1 round in the S&D. What about the CTF on London Docks? Maven, this is a game mode and map combination that we have seen some games get out of hand very fast, I think is the best way to put it. Where you get 1-4 dead off the break, you get a flagpole, and a lot of times it results in a relay as well.
Well, this is why this is my favorite CTF by a mile. The relay potential is what I love, especially. You can see, all of a sudden you're down 1 to up 2 in what seems like 90 seconds. It can be a wild one.
Yep. Let's get it started. London Docks capture the flag for our first series of the day.
Maul's backed up 1 there at Docks, and then just lined up Krem inside of beer, and he's soaring on forward.
And look at this. Flag pulled in the opening 18 seconds.
He knows he hit Formal with the stun. So he's going to go and pick up that kill first. Krem's going to challenge. Krem's just off spawn from getting killed by Mauls in the opening moments.
Here's the thing. On the other side of the map, it's flag pulled from OpTic Gaming. They're kind of pinching each other right now. Xerox with 1. Flag is snapped on by Mauls. That's a capture for Vitality. Streak's already earned. And what did I say? The game could get out of hand quick. Vitality a chance for a relay if they can win some of these gunfights.
That's a hell of an opening for Mauls. Again, a combination of things. 1, the opening kill. 2, the stun to back up Formal, so he can't really watch over Docks. And now Whalers roaring on through.
I would already say that could be Scuff Gaming, play of the game.
Just the opening. It was flawless. Fun to watch for sure. But again, I wouldn't even say like a 3-cap lead is necessarily safe on this particular game. So
oh, no.
Nobody out of it yet, but very, very spectacular stuff from Vitality. And now it looks to be, if you just take a look at the minimap, OpTic starting to move up the map. Karma's gotten positioned into fire here. He's got Scump to work with as well. Okay, that smoke I don't think went where he wanted to. The bullets of Whalers did. Okay, everyone on OpTic just got steamrolled there inside of fire, except Formal, who's still here, and actually maybe an opportunity to make a play. We've got to wait for his teammates to come off spawn.
And there you go. I think Vitality just kind of realized, whoa, we got to watch out for Formal. They turn Xerox around right away. And here's one of the things for OpTic now. If Formal wins this 1v1 gunfight, this is a capture. But Mauls, on the other hand, is doing everything for his team. Again, Karma trying to slow him down. Formal still sprinting through lights now with the flag. He's got teammates coming off spawn. OpTic just need a couple more gunfights. The same can be said for Vitality. Here comes the glide bomb too. Yeah, he's dead. No return though.
Doesn't get the return and the glide bomb. Finds a kill as well, but his flag's still hot right now. But he did get a pull for Vitality as well, and here we go. 2 players still pushing up for Vitality. They want to find this flag carrier. Riskin will drop. Maul's still here though. Did Maul get spotted? Looks like he did.
OpTic see the 3rd. They know the last player alive is carrying the flag, but they have no streaks to break this. This could be a long stalemate.
Unless Karma can get into position here. He is loud, but he's starting to work his way up from behind. And they've looked where they're putting the flag right now, all the way over to that Docks warehouse, because they know they had no vision on this B street.
Now they know where Karma is, though. So that should give them a little bit more peace of mind. OpTic have the cross watched. Base now cleared. Karma slowly inching forward. I think he's gotten around this player. Yeah, he's gotten around him.
Remember, he is loud. Well, Xerox hear him is the question. He's walking on in, dives in. There's the kill. There's the return. Play from Karma. Now going to be tied up at 1 apiece, and Karma still doing damage here in Docks.
Whalers was the one that whole time trying to hunt him. Whalers, I can tell you right now, very frustrated that he just let that happen. Then to even die immediately after that right there, those moments are what makes Karma such a priceless player on OpTic Gaming, right? It's clutch plays like that. The stalemate, basically he just did that by himself. He just did that whole thing by himself when they knew he was there. Just Karma things.
Well, Karma does it on one end. Krim trying to do it on the other. He's picked up a kill and weakened Riskin. That'll back him up for the time being and allow his teammates to start layering the map. Formal hitting in through water. 3 pushing in through fire. As Formal gets picked up, what will the hit be? They're going to fly right out through fire. 1-on-1 wins for Scump. But 2 kills do go the way of Vitality. Karma next man up. He's still trying to do everything right now. Gets tagged, tries to spray the edge. If Riskin peeked that a little bit further, Karma might have found the other kill, but you still have Krim here. Krim's got it out now.
But they've already had Xerox overextend. The question is, will he play sneaky or will he go for a flag pull himself? Hasn't pulled the flag yet. Now he will, so OpTic will be alerted, and look at those green arrows turn around. Could this be the perfect distraction to go for a return of their own? Flags now both inside that beer area. Formal with the first, can't kill Xerox. This flag still trying to dance around this red chain area. He should be dead any second. There you go. The return coming in. The capture for OG, up 2-1 with streaks from Crim6.
Fantastic opening to the half from Vitality, but both times we get into that stalemate. It ends up going the way of OpTic Gaming. Big plays from Karma. Well, really the entire unit there on the second score.
Every cap has come in with both flags pulled. Has come in as a result of both flags being pulled at once. And just the first one went in Vitality's favor because they got most kills. The second one in OpTic's favor because they got the certain kills.
Let's see if Vitality can have a strong start to the second half as well. Put this back into their favor. But they've been playing, man. It's been impressive. I mean, we were wondering when we're going to see. I know there's been glimmers of hope for the Vitality side, but despite the fact you're down in the series, I know it's too late for them right now. At least there's certainly no hope of top 4, but they're looking very strong against OpTic.
Can we pull up the full scoreboard for just a moment off the break of this second half just to see where we stand? So yeah, look, 3 returns from OG, only 1 from the side of Vitality. You can kind of see how the game's played out so far. Back in the action, 4 side 2. OpTic 4 minutes and 47 seconds away from 3-0ing Vitality to kick off day 1 of the final week of Division A.
And even though Xerox does a nice job winning that one-on-one here towards water, the rest of his team drops around mid-map. Whalers now trying to peek out and get some sort of positioning here. Everyone off spawn now for either side. Ooh, shots.
And those are the gunfights that Vitality need to give themselves a chance, right? They have to keep going big, but they're down by 1 cap. They're down in the series. Let's go to an Astro Gaming listen-in with the French squad.
Je m'avance chez eux. Et où il est mort? Il est mort. Nice. Je touche. Vas-y. Je passe sur vous. Ah, bien, reste. Viens. Le bon. Avance. Non, bien. Je suis safe. C'est pour moi. On a 3 en vie, Crim6 et BCSS. Il y a un fighter. Ah, j'aimerais B4. Vas-y. J'ai pas Clem. Scabière. touché. Il est rentré bien, il est bien. Il est mort. Nice. J'ai pris une stun du cut, attention.
Ouais, SK mid, mort.
Je push. Je suis passé. Gardez bien chez nous, voilà, gardez.
J'avance.
J'ai bientôt essayé.
Un feu. Il a push, j'ai peut-être cut.
J'attends bien.
Back. Nice. Bien.
They tie up the game. Overall thoughts, though, on that listen and Jack.
I mean, every time I hear Vitality, the more and more I take away from it. That time, beautiful call-outs. You heard, not to get too crazy, but for some translation help, they were going duck. That is, lower docks, in case you didn't know. They pick up the players there. They go for the flag, and then they capture it. And it was brilliantly done. I mean, this team, they communicate. They're absolutely the best in communicating in French of anyone in the Pro League.
Certainly. And
which says a lot.
Honestly, if these halves were 60 seconds long,
they would be doing great.
They've been very, very good at the opening of the half. It's just OpTic starts to take control the longer it seems to go. Maul still does have the artillery to work with, but as he drops, there's only 1 player coming off spawn, 1 wrapping back from Cole. Now they're trying to pop it. The smoke does come in. Karma can't get away. Scump is still there, but he gets dropped by Whalers as well. Whalers, big plays on defense there. They're able to clutch up, but OpTic, they're looking to take control of this. They want the 3-0. They're tied up 2-2. Let's kick it live with an Astro listening with OpTic.
Gate. Nice. I'm going down low.
Gonna be water steps probably.
He's back. He's going 10.
In bar right now. Bar dead too.
Last one guy 10, mountain guy.
Looking in their side 10.
Bar,
Side 10.
in bar, risking.
Alright. Good
holding
gate.
statue. Even where could he be?
I don't know where he went. Unless he went low behind me.
Bar hurt risking. Bar 1-shot risking. He's
going back
sitting
to
close
flag.
right. He's sitting close right, I think.
I got that guy.
He's running flag. Low water with flag.
Oh, water stairs killed me.
Water steps. Nice too.
Nice. Riskin's water.
Let's get Whalers. AR.
He's on me. He
I
just stunned me.
got Ree.
He just stunned me.
Shove.
L2
got me. And black.
Pinning pipes.
Yeah, I'm going middle. You go hold pipes.
They know
Underground.
One's train. There's 2 train, guys. 2 train.
Yeah,
One's already
sneak.
through 10.
Streak for me.
One's already through tin. One's water or beer
Yo,
stairs.
I can streak, Damon,
Yeah,
if you
get
get
ready
one
to
more.
streak,
I'm gonna just streak. I'm gonna just streak.
Go ahead.
One's
Drop
guy
it.
tin?
Drop it.
Tin and bar and gate. Tin, bar, and gate.
Tin, one shot. I can't kill
I'm
10.
gonna pull you guys.
One guy might be in fire already.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
I have flag away. I have flag away.
Is that artillery?
Gate
Yes,
one shot.
yes.
Risking absolutely.
Where'd
He's
Gate go?
dropping
Where'd
back.
Gate
He's
go?
dropping back to bar.
Okay, guys,
Back
come
to
here.
bar.
Coming
Crane.
They have
Ben likes
straight
the
for
flag.
them.
Ben likes the flag.
Yeah, they're
push
like
me,
dropping
Gate. You
a
have
whole
my
bunch
Gate?
of streaks.
No. Yeah,
I
one
still have a
pushing
bomb.
front
I still
pipes.
have a
Front
bomb.
pipes to lights.
Damn it, I thought you meant our side. You got me?
One's behind you, blue. Behind you, blue.
Nice. One.
One more.
They
Oh, wait.
pulled,
One more. Oh,
they pulled flag. He's going mid. He's going
I'm
mid.
not sure where he ran.
He's going mid. He's going mid.
Flag went. No.
No, they went lights. They went lights.
Lights.
Killed one.
Lights.
Lights
Lights
on
in
flag.
lights.
We're getting bar Damon. We're getting bar Damon.
Yeah, lights come.
I just
Go.
Going straight to L2.
flags.
Nice. Good job, Damon.
I need a flag again. I need a flag, Damon.
He's
I
weak.
double. I need a
I got
flag again. I
L2,
need a flag again.
Whale risking in.
Go
Okay,
in. I got your green. I got your
Pipes,
green.
one shot,
Pipes
absolute.
three.
One's black
Pipes
card. Black
Pipes
card,
got
black
me.
card.
OpTic making the plays to get the return. Tied up 2-2. 30 seconds to go here, Jack.
Down to the wire, and that's just like every other map we've seen this series. Will it be Vitality, though, clutching up this time around? Kills the middle map being traded. It looks more and more like we'll be seeing this overtime come into play, as Vitality still need to fight through fire.
And I think everything got used from both sides. You saw the fighter pilot and the artillery from Vitality,
Yeah.
glide bomb, and fighter pilot on OpTic. Everything to clutch up here down the stretch. But yeah, looking like OT.
You heard Krim even say, like, is that an artillery? When they called it, he was kind of surprised by it. Really no time left. Scump just trying to go for last-ditch effort. We will see overtime, and what's crazy and what really stings for Vitality is if they get 3-0 swept here, all we see is 3-0 in the scoreboards when the thing is all said and done. But if you were to look at this series, they absolutely keep it close through and through.
This is one of those 3-0s that like takes as long as a 5-game series because every single map is going down to basically clock as long as these rounds can go, as long as these maps can go.
Hey, here's a good thing for Vitality. They've smoked OpTic the first two opening breaks of side 1 and side 2. Does the same happen here in overtime?
That's true. You know, I mentioned how good they've been in the break. They need it one more time. Bit of magic here to extend the series.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, Karma runs out directly into bullets. Malls, remember, he was the one that made the play here.
They still have another artillery, too. Just keep that in mind.
Oh, I thought it was Malls' artillery that was used earlier.
Guess not.
He stuck him, I think.
2v1 on the flag. 2v0. Flag pulled. Opening break to Vitality. You're going to have a couple spawns for OpTic to try to stop this one.
Run it up
What?
mid. Crim's going to go and dive for
What?
it. There's the return. I don't know if it was just a guess there, a gamble on where to actually take that. They thought they could get out maybe before the pop came in from OpTic Gaming, but that is not the case.
And that's a moment you just can't have happening for Vitality. It's like they try to go for a quicker time instead of playing it safer. But Krim was already up.
I think it's 100% they thought they could beat it.
Yeah.
Thought they could beat the spawn. But you spawned out pretty deep there outside of lights.
And uh-oh, here we go again. Last time Karma did this, he's the reason why OpTic Gaming got a capture.
And there's such a distraction there at Krim from mid-map. They're not going to be ready for this. He's going to pull it, but Krim will drop it mid. Not a lot that Karma can work with. Well, he does with PPSH, just shooting like that. And he's going to find a second. Karma making a play.
Jesus, man.
One left. It's going to be Walls trying to trail. Karma's hit to mid. He's got some help now from Scump. There's the kill. There's the cap.
If I'm OpTic, I'm just sending Karma up the B street every single spawn.
Look how, like, that look. It looks so bad, though. When you look at the minimap, when he got the touch, it's like 3 players layered across the map there from Vitality, and Karma's like, I don't.
I was looking at that like, oh, you know, how's he going to get out of this one? Let's just see what he does. Perfectly beams the guy on stairs, reads the play like a book of the guy watching the cross. My goodness, Karma twice makes that play and twice earns OpTic caps. Now 90 seconds away from 3-0 sweeping Vitality.
Wasn't super talkative on hot mic, saving his energy for this series.
Yeah.
Karma continues to go big, and now they've got a hold for a little over a minute.
Already having to use one of these streaks, he'll get information of where everyone is, and no matter what happens, that'll help OpTic.
Wow, how did he get the second?
Perfectly placed. The player was speak, Jack. He puts it in the perfect place that kills both players near the middle map.
Too many French listenings.
Seriously.
Getting you a little tongue-tied here, but Karma
Goodness.
going big in the second half of OT. The streak now up to 5. He still has the fighter pilot to work with. He's very close to picking up an artillery as well. He's tagged Riskin. Doing everything he can to make sure they've got to worry about clearing him out first. Finally, he will end up dropping. Only 40 seconds left to hold. And again, he's going to be spawning up with a fighter pilot still to work with.
I don't think Formal's expecting Riskin to push through the bottom docks area. Thought he was going to expect him to go all the way towards lower. Artillery now on the spawn. Formal trying to win this one-on-one. He does just that. He uses the cover. 23 seconds left. Desperation mode for Vitality. They've got to push through their own artillery, and it comes back to bite them. Maul's artillery just killed Xerox, and again, a moment where Vitality basically lose the game themselves. GG's. OpTic will 3-0 Vitality to start the day. It was close, Maven, but all that matters is the win in the end, and OpTic Gaming get it done.
3-0 for OG. I think it could be a little bit of, I don't know, we've seen OpTic start slow at times, but also I think Vitality looks strong in a lot of instances. Just unfortunately, when they need to make big plays down the stretch, those were all going OpTic's way.
Yep. 2 plays from Karma for me really win OpTic Gaming that map.